Hi guys, and welcome to the TCG Scrubs video on how to get ready for draft. So you want to draft in Force of Will, so there's a couple things you want to know before getting into it. So before you head out to the draft, be sure that you have sleeves to sleeve the cards in. Remember, you're going to be pulling brand new cards, you're not bringing your own deck. It's something that I forget often. Clear dice for rolling, as well as separate dice for counters. A lot of places might want to be specific about which dice you use for what to not mix them up, so make sure you have separate types of dice, as well as some type of object to represent your energize function as well. And also, if you feel the need to, bring a deck box to store your cards that you're going to be receiving from drafting. So make sure you bring your sleeves, dice, separate dice, and your deck box. Now, there's two different types of things you might come across, which is draft and sealed. Sealed is the one where you are given 6 packs and you get to keep them. You open all 6 packs, keep them to yourself, and make a deck out of them and play against other people. We won't be talking about that. We're going to be talking about draft, which is going to be the most common format, as well as the format that Force of Will is now geared toward. In draft, you are given 4 packs. After giving those 4 packs, you take one of those packs and open them. You pick one card out of this pack, and then you pass the rest of the cards to either your left or right, depending on what was designated by the person running the event. If you pass them to your left, you take your one card that you chose and then put the rest face down on your left side. And the person to your right does the same, passes to their left face down. And you wait until everyone has done this, and then you pick up the face down cards and repeat the process. Pick one card out of them and put them face down to your left, and you keep doing this until all the cards have been exhausted. Once this is done, everyone at the same time opens a new pack and repeats the process, usually switching directions. So if you went left the first time, you now go right, and then you'll go back and forth like that until you've cycled through all 4 packs. Some things you want to look for while you're doing this is to make sure you get a sort of theme going inside of your cards. So some things to look for is to maybe do similar color, perhaps similar typing. So if you want to get old golems, to do a golem deck, all light cards, just so you can have consistency with your stones, or some other type of effect you want some sort of consistency to make a deck out of. This might change partway through if you find more consistent pulls from different color cards or kinds of cards, or discover a really cool combo you can pull off. So just something to look out for. Just make sure you don't switch too far late into the cycling of the packs where you won't be able to build a full deck. So after all this is done, you grab your stack of cards that you've accumulated and you go through it and you create a minimum deck of 20 cards. You can have a little bit more than that, but it has to be a minimum of 20. So you want to make it as dense as you can as far as coloring and whatever goes with what, but you want to watch out for maybe doing too many draw cards or anything like that. That helps you cycle through your deck, because it is easy to deck out when you only have 20 cards. Once you have your 20 card deck or more, depending on what you want to do, you now go and grab your basic stones. So the basic stones should be provided by the person running the event, and you grab however many stones you need, with a minimum of 8 and a maximum of 20. And if you had pulled any special magic stones during this, you can use those as well. You just can't use them outside of being able to pull them out of a pack. You can only use basic magic stones. And one thing to keep in mind, any cards you pulled, including special magic stones, resonators, anything at all, is now considered your side deck. So you can always sideboard into them in between games if you feel like your deck isn't running as smoothly as you'd like it to be. During this time, you are given 30 minutes to build your deck and your stone deck. So you have plenty of time, especially if you've already had an idea going through and cycling those packs. You should be good to go. And lastly, this is something you probably already were thinking about while cycling through the cards, but you want to choose your ruler. So this can either be a ruler you pulled or one of the new draft rulers that is provided by Force of Will. It could be a proxy of the draft ruler, but it cannot be a proxy of a ruler inside of the set. It can only be a ruler you pulled or one of the draft rulers. After this, the rounds are done according to whoever is running the event, and prizing distributed accordingly, and you get to go home with whatever prizing and cards you've pulled today. So I hope this has helped with your drafting in the future of Force of Will, which is going to become a big thing, I think. I'm definitely going to be doing a lot more, and I hope you guys can do it a lot more. It's going to be a lot of fun, and let us know what you guys think in the comments.